Alright, so we got the flywheel up on this balancer that I made. It's got a ceramic ball bearing up in it, and it made this arbor that presses into the flywheel. And I spun this thing several minutes ago, and it's just kind of still going. Starting to see where the heavy side is, right about, I think right around there.
Is it this piece right here?
I think, well, yeah, somewhere in that area. Round and round it goes. That's the beauty of ceramic bearings. The precision of those balls, and those are an M50 tool steel inner and outer races.
Is there, like, what kind of oil are you using, or lubricant?
There's no lubricant in them. I blew it all out until it's completely dry, so it's so virtually like frictionless. Yeah, you can start to see the heavy sides right around in here in this area.
Oh yeah, it's sweet out there.
It might not make a full rotation now.
Yeah, well.
Well, now I'm waiting to see what happens when it gets over the top.
It just doesn't stop.
Man, the out of balance is so small in this thing. Here we go. Alright, so that came up to about 10:30 or so. Yeah. Whatever it is out of balance, it ain't by much at all.
Watch it start turning itself the other way.
Wow, look at that. So the out of balance is somewhere right in, actually somewhere in this area over here.
How would you just take a like a file and just kind of take off some?
I use the die grinder. Well, this little test rig is actually proven to be pretty worked out pretty well, because you can just tell whatever out of balance it is. I mean, it's a few grams. I just like how it doesn't stop whenever it gets up, you know, to the high side. I want to slow down a little bit here.
It almost stopped. You could stop there for a second.
Well, eventually the friction is going to overcome, but I mean, it's just such a little amount.
Well, I mean, you gotta think that thing will be turning at pretty decent speed, so wouldn't that amount cause like wobble in it?
Yeah. Well, I don't know how much it's out. It's not out by much though, man. I mean, you can just see how slowly this thing's wanting to move.
So I guess for taking off the more weight, you would take off towards the outside, because that's where all the mass would be, because you'd want it to be towards the outside.
Well, I mean, I'll probably take it away from like in here, just because that's not a side where there's friction. That's what I should say. That's an area where the pads aren't going to be touching on the clutch disc. But look, it's finally settling.
Well, I guess whenever it completely stops, you'll know exactly how to.
We're already at 4 minutes. And it's still coming back around to it. It's still creeping. Now it's coming back. Yeah, I mean, that's probably about the most frictionless. It's going back.
Yeah, that's done.
It's hard to catch it on the camera right now because it's moving so small amount. Yeah, it's still moving. And it's coming back again. I can't hold the camera still enough to see it, but it's still moving. Just try to hold it perfectly still.
It's still moving.
Yeah, it's still. There we go. Finally stopped. Alright, well, there's where the heavy side is at. Thanks for watching.